Hey everybody. Well, it's winter. Well, not officially, but here in Michigan it's basically winter because it's December. It's cold and there's snow on the ground and I really don't want to go anywhere. And I'm still drinking hot coffee in the middle of the afternoon. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to talk about my favorite cookies, or biscuits if you're watching from the UK. Analytics tells me that a lot of you are watching from the UK. I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about them because my favorite cookie slash biscuit would be Tim Tams. And if you're Australian, you're probably familiar with them because it's like your number one thing over there. And we used to get them over here like at pretty much any big grocery store, like a Meijer or a Walmart or like one of the larger Kroger stores or Sam's Club or something like that. Like you could find them anywhere before the pandemic. Now you kind of have to go to specialty stores to get them. So I've got the originals here. As you can see, I've already been eating some of them. And one little tip I like to tell people is, especially in the summertime, stick these in the fridge before you eat them because they do tend to melt in your hand pretty quickly. So you take one bite out of a corner and then take another bite out of the opposite corner. And now you can actually use it as like a little straw, so you can suck up a little bit of your coffee or tea or hot chocolate, whatever beverage that you're warming up with this winter. That is really delicious. That is so delicious every time I do that. So anyway, that's what I would consider the right way to eat Tim Tams. But I've got some more here because last time I went to the specialty grocery store that does carry Tim Tams to replenish my supply, the last box on the shelf was this guy right here, extra chocolatey. So did they put more chocolate in the middle? Is it thicker? Is it a thick layer of chocolate on the outside? I'm not sure. To be honest, if I had my choice, I would pick the dark chocolate kind, but I haven't seen that on the store shelves in a while. Right out of the box, they do actually look a little bit thicker. I don't actually here. I can compare directly for you. So here you've got the regular one, and here you've got extra chocolatey. So it is just a tiny bit thicker. Let's see how good it does the Tim Tam slam. I think I already know the answer to my question before. I think it's more chocolate on the outside. Possibly more on the inside, I don't know if you can kind of see there. It doesn't want to focus. It's got a little thicker layer of the chocolate frosting on the inside too. But anyway, let's see how this works as a vehicle for coffee. I've done well not to make a mess so far. I mean, you do have to slam them into your mouth pretty fast, like basically throw your head back like a duck, or just be able to snatch it up really quickly like I can. I don't know. Fred didn't want to take part in the video today. He's being mopey because he wants to go to the park. It's so cold out, buddy. I'm just waiting for it to get the warmest possible point of the day before we go. So these, if I was actually going to compare them to the other ones, I'd probably rate them about the same. The extra chocolate doesn't really add anything for me. I don't know. For somebody who's a chocoholic, it totally would. I would much rather have just these, but in their dark chocolate variety. So if you're watching from Australia for any reason, do you mind, like, is it too much to ask? Just make more of these. Make more of these and send them to us, because we miss having them in every store. They are so freaking good. Like, as a cookie slash biscuit among all others, I would rate them at least a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, I don't really know what a 10 out of 10 would be other than that, but I got one more thing to talk about here. And I know this isn't really like a normal food review because I'm just, you know, reviewing things that I already like, but I think you'll see why here in a second, because they actually still make Hydrox cookies Yeah, you heard that right. As in the thing Oreo is ripping off. You may have thought it was the other way around. No, these came first. Not only did these come first, these were always kosher. They didn't have to take the lard out of their recipe to appease the kosher diet. So, you know, they're still here. You can buy them sometimes at Cracker Barrel. It's been kind of hit or miss. Like recently they haven't had them very often. So I had my friends get me these from Amazon. So we're gonna open them up and see how damaged they are from shipping. I guess you could kind of count this as a food review because I really haven't had these for months and months because, like I said, Cracker Barrel hasn't had them for a while. Okay, not too terribly damaged. I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting crumbs, so I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway, okay, the camera can't focus, but you get the idea. It's Hydrox cookie on the outside instead of the Nabisco logo. And they pull apart really easy, and the cream kind of tends to come apart because it is real cream. It's not whipped plastic or whatever the hell. But Fred's over here begging for my chocolate that he can't have, like he hasn't been getting Thanksgiving leftovers this week. Spoiled puppy. You're a spoiled puppy. Yeah, these are still just as good, and I would take these over Oreos. The cream is just so much more satisfying too. Like if you like to pull it apart and just sort of like lick the cream out of the center, it doesn't split as evenly as Oreos tend to, but it's easier to lick off and it's a lot more satisfying. Well, I'm not going to pig out on too many of these cookies right now. Really, I just wanted to show people that they were still around in case there was somebody else's favorite who's watching. So for Tim Tams, they're still around in some stores, but normally here in America you have to order them online. And I'm really happy to find that Hydrox are still being made because, oh my God, they really are better than Oreos. And they were the originator of the sandwich style cookie. You can probably get them at Cracker Barrel, possibly, but you can definitely get them online at Amazon. So I just wanted to let people know that these still existed. That's enough of me autistically rambling about the cookies that I like. So anyway, if it's winter where you are, stay warm. If it's not winter where you are, have fun with it not being winter. Positive vibes. I will see you guys later.